Hi everyone, thank you for watching my video today on my wrestling action figures collection. As I also did a video for my Star Wars action figure collection plus Star Trek. So I'm going to get rid of my wrestling toys because I'm older now. I'm in my 20s and I haven't played with them in probably 10 years or more. And it needs to go to a good home. But over the years I've collected action figures. And I started when I was 8 years old with my very first action figure, which is Kane, the big red machine. I used to do tattoos on these action figures, so that's why they're all colored like Goldberg, for example, the blue figure, Ric Flair, and all that stuff. Cause I used to like cause I like tattoos, so I used to pretend they had tattoos. But thankfully, I didn't do all tattoos on all the action figures, but. So, I'm planning to get rid of most of them. Some of them I'll keep. I'm not sure. Some of them I know what I'm going to keep and not keep. So, let's start off with the WWF, now WWE World Championship belt. Around 1997-98. And it's a very cool belt. And I love it. And I used to wear it. And, you know, it's very cool. Look at the eagle on it. That's pretty cool. And I have the King of the Ring little ring set here. It's missing probably throw it out. This is all that's left, and a couple action figures right here. As you can see, Rocky Maivia, the Rock, very young, the cape, the headbangers, Thrasher, Mosh, you know, and some of it's fading. Like for example, look at his goatee. It's hardly not there anymore, and action figures paint come over the years. I used to have other action figures that have not lost but broken in the set that came with the King Arena. I had Brian Pillman as well as a Savio Vega, Sonny. I used to have D'Lo Brown. He broke, unfortunately, his waist, and so maybe I should start. Where should I start? Fine. So let's start off with the referee here. Yeah, the WCW referee that came with Kevin Nash, which is right over here, folks, right there. And that's him. And also Mankind. His head's coming off, and then there's Mankind again. We just have the mask for it. I have Lost Names, Mr. Sacco, Farouk, Leader of Nation Domination, some dollar store wrestling figure, Test, Rest in Peace. Too bad he died so quick. His tattoo, Ric Flair, Savio Vega, one of the rarest action figures of him ever. The Nation Domination. Pretty cool action figure. Probably keep him. Hardcore Holly. Vince McMahon that came with the Titantron. I used to have the Titantron, but my dad threw it out. Jared the King Lawler, with his crown as a wrestler. His son Brian Christopher, who later became Grandmaster Sexy. As you can tell, he went back when he was known as Too Sexy. I Ain't Jerry's Kid, Christian, as a gimmick of the board is early days, and probably the one. Rick Rude, rest in peace, died very young. Road Dogg, right here. Look at the tattoos, very detailed. During this time when action figures were released in 1999-98, they're showing more of the tattoos than the earlier years, and very detailed, as you could tell with Road Dogg compared to. This is also detailed as well, but not as much. No tattoos. And it's interesting. China. Jacqueline. Probably the first and only figure they ever had of her. The Fabulous Moolah. The first action figure ever they did. And probably the final one. She died just after I got the figure. 2007. Rey Mysterio. Latino colors. Green and red. As you could tell, his tattoos. Very cool. Papa Shango right here with his tattoos, the Classic Superstar series. Look at them. Very cool. Mankind. Bret the Hitman Hart. Triple H. This also came from X-Pac, but it broke. Unfortunately, X-Pac broke. Kurt Angle. He came with a mop. I don't like him as a bald. I prefer the hair, but it's a good action figure. Hulk Hogan. Hasbro 1993. I got secondhand Very cool. Probably last WWF action figure they did of him till he returned in 2002. Shawn Michaels Montreal Screwjob attire 1997. Hulk Hogan as Hollywood Hogan in the NWO. And he had the black beard. Road Dogg, Kane, Rick Steiner. As you could tell, he used to come with a goblin. Brian Christopher, Mankind, the brown tire. I've actually met Mick Foley, very nice guy. I told him I had all his action figures and he thanked me for it. Cactus Jack, Lil Bendy's there, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man with his championship, his tag team partner, Ernar Shyster with the glasses, the bell, and the briefcase, John Cena with his boombox, Best of 2006, The Undertaker, Diamond Dallas Page, Big Boss Man, rest in peace, Scott Steiner, Rikishi. He's not as big as he looks. But later on, they had an classic Superstars action figure of him, and he's bigger there, and it shows more of his girth. Viscera, this came from Undertaker as well, but Undertaker broke off, his leg broke off. But the great thing about that Undertaker action figure was that the tattoos were detailed. And look at Viscera. This is the first action figure they did of him, and as you could tell, it was during his gothic days and his yellow mohawk. Rest in peace. They show a little bit of his girth too. Monty Brown as the alpha male, later became Marcus Corvon. The only TNA action figure I ever owned, Diamond Dallas Page again. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just have a small variation of him. I used to have a small Undertaker as well. Paul Wright as the Big Show. This is when he debuted in WWE in 1999. Look how big he is compared to Kurgan. Kurgan I have. He used to be the Interrogator, the Truth Commission, and later he joined the Oddities, and I used to have him with, Jackal, but Jackal's head broke off. This is a rare figures, and they only did 2 copies of him. Buff Bagwell, Dude Love, oh yeah, keeping this one. Killer Kowalski, rest in peace. Had a great wrestling career, my dad remembers him. Ken Shamrock, great action figure, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Goldberg, Clean Goldberg, Kane, and this came with a coffin. Sting, NWO, Wolfpack version, Sting version. Kevin Nash, Ultimate Warrior with his belt. The Giant, 2 giants, one tattooed, one clean. Early Big Show, Macho Man Randy Savage. I used to have Miss Elizabeth, but she broke. And rest in peace to her as well. And rest in peace to Macho Man Randy Savage. He was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. NWO version. Another Macho with a ponytail. Kind of cheesy figure. I used to have Disco Inferno, but he broke. Lex Luger. Edge. All edges right here. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. The LJN figures. One Man Gang, who later became Akeem. Look at the mohawk. It's kind of a ponytail. Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino, Georgiano Steele, hairy chest, but there's also another variation of him where it's darker. Hercules, rest in peace, King Kong Bundy, Special Delivery Jones, SD Jones, the only action figure they ever made of him. It's pretty cool. And rest in peace to him as well. Nikolai Volkov, one of those, those little thumb. He used to play with his thumb right here. You can tell the paint's wearing off when I first got him. Second. Father. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Very cool. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And here you go, folks. Here's Scott Steiner, Big Pump Pump. I got one time. He used to talk, but the batteries died. And look at this. This is probably the biggest wrestling action figure I ever had. The biggest one ever. Boy, he was friggin' big for sure. Oh yeah. He was a badass for sure. One tough guy. All these wrestlers are pretty well tough. I've also met Jake the Snake Roberts as well. Never an action figure of him. But a lot of these figures you notice are detailed very well compared to here. A lot of them over the years had like, you know, like they come in 2 packs or 3 packs or one, and they came with little accessories such as the boombox, the garbage can. I used to have a lot of more accessories, but they got thrown out. I used to have 2 rings, the WCW Nitro ring and the WWF big ring I had, and it's very cool to collect all these action figures. But now it's time to move on. Going to keep some, but pretty well, I say 90% of these action figures are going to be out of this house. So I want to thank everyone for watching today. Thank you guys.